What will Anthony do with this information? Emmerdale spoilers follow. Emmerdale's Cain Dingle and Ruby Fox Milligan could be in big trouble next week as evil Anthony discovers their secret. The pair's pact of silence is broken after Anthony gets suspicious and realizes that they're hiding something. Cain made a big mistake last month as he slept with Ruby on the day that his wife Moira was undergoing an operation to remove her brain tumor. The village bad boy immediately regretted his behavior, which was influenced by his ongoing stress and concern over Moira's health. Ruby was also battling hidden turmoil as she struggled to cope with her father Anthony's presence in the village. The ITV soap has since revealed that Anthony sexually abused Ruby when she was a child. Next week, Ruby is concerned to spot Cain being rude to Anthony. She encourages Anthony to ignore Cain, but privately warns Cain that it's best not to make an enemy of Anthony if they want to keep their secret. Anthony watches the furtive conversation unfold and quickly realizes that Ruby and Cain have a secret. Wanting answers, Anthony asks Ruby about the nature of her relationship with Cain. She initially deflects his questions, but eventually reaches breaking point and tells her manipulative father everything. His concern may well be justified, as New Year's Eve sees Anthony demand to take center stage by making a speech at the Woolpack. Ruby and Cain secretly panic, wondering what he wants to say. Meanwhile, Chas Dingle spots Ruby's anxious behavior as she seems to be drinking heavily and isn't her usual self. Ruby responds by bravely breaking her silence. For more Emmerdale New Year spoilers, don't forget to check out our collection of 10 pictures from these episodes. Secrets have a way of resurfacing, often leading to dramatic consequences. The tensions are escalating for two of our favorite characters, Cain Dingle and Ruby Fox Milligan, as the sinister figure of Anthony looms ever larger over their lives. Set against the backdrop of small-town dynamics, these revelations portend dire ramifications for everyone involved. Unraveling the backstory. To fully grasp the impending turmoil, we must first understand the context in which these characters operate. Cain Dingle, known as the brooding bad boy of the village, has a complex history filled with regret, conflict, and personal troubles. Last month, he made a choice that would ripple through Emmerdale's narrative fabric. He slept with Ruby on the day his wife Moira was undergoing a serious medical procedure to remove a brain tumor. This lapse in judgment was not merely an impulsive decision, it was catalyzed by stress and anxiety regarding Moira's condition. On the other hand, Ruby Fox Milligan is equally embroiled in emotional turbulence. Despite presenting a composed exterior, Ruby has carried her own burdens, most notably the traumatic experiences instigated by her father Anthony. His abusive past has cast a long shadow over Ruby's life, making her vulnerable and fearful, especially with his recent reappearance in her life. Such a painful history complicates her relationship with Cain, embedding a layer of secrecy and stress within their connection. The crisis unfolds. The imminent threat to both Cain and Ruby arises when Anthony, ever the manipulative father, begins to piece together the truth about his daughter's strange interactions with Cain. He becomes suspicious after observing their secretive behaviors, prompting him to investigate further. This pursuit for answers culminates in a confrontation, as he directly questions Ruby about her relationship with Cain. Initially, Ruby attempts to deflect these inquiries, fearing the repercussions of exposing their secret. However, the pressure from Anthony becomes unbearable, leading her to divulge the details of her bond with Cain. As tensions mount, Ruby's concern about Anthony's oppressive presence becomes palpable. She sees the rudeness exhibited by Cain toward Anthony and recognizes the potential danger that could ensue. Ruby advises Cain to tread carefully, emphasizing the importance of staying on Anthony's good side if they want to maintain their secret. This burgeoning rivalry creates a precarious situation for both characters, intertwining their fates as they try to protect themselves from Anthony's wrath. The climactic New Year's Eve. The plot thickens as New Year's Eve approaches, a symbolic time for new beginnings but also a period rife with anxiety for Ruby and Cain. Anthony decides he deserves to be the center of attention, proposing to make a speech at the Woolpack, a popular village venue. This decision sends waves of panic through Ruby and Cain, who are left wondering what Anthony plans to disclose. The prospect of him publicly unraveling their secret looms ominously over the celebration, intensifying a fraught atmosphere that already threatens to bubble over. As the evening unfolds, Chas Dingle, a close observer of Ruby's behavior, begins to notice something amiss. Ruby's uncharacteristic drinking and anxious demeanor do not go unnoticed, prompting concern among her friends and family. In a moment of vulnerability, Ruby realizes she must confront her fears. Perhaps propelling her toward an essential truth, she bravely decides to break her silence about her troubled existence, a much-needed step toward reclaiming her voice and agency. The implications of betrayal and secrets. The intertwining narratives of Cain and Ruby serve as a dramatic exploration of themes such as vulnerability, manipulation, and the consequences of betrayal. Their secret stands as a metaphor for the hidden burdens individuals often carry, particularly in familial relationships marked by trauma such as Ruby's with Anthony. The slow unraveling of their pact of silence reflects the larger narrative arc of Emmerdale, a story about the often unseen struggles of life and the determination to prevail against overwhelming odds. As both characters confront their demons, the series invites audiences to reflect on what choices they would make in similar circumstances. Would they prioritize protecting themselves from the fallout of revealing harsh truths, or would they find strength through honesty amidst the chaos? These questions linger as viewers are left on the edge of their seats, eager to witness how the drama unfolds. Conclusion: a tenuous balance. With everything on the line as New Year's Eve approaches, the upcoming episodes promise to be filled with tension, surprises, and the potential for shocking developments. Anthony holds the key to their future in his hands.